guys, the first expanding scale is G to E in the key of G major. That means that you're going to play the first 6 notes of the G major scale. G, A, B, C, D, and E. I'm going to play that scale for you now so you can hear how it goes. Then I'm going to break it down into smaller steps that you can practice along with so that you too can play this scale easily. I cracked a note by accident, so I'm going to do that one more time and just blow my air better. Make sure that it's really smooth and that it's accelerating the whole time. Alright. Pause the video now to practice playing that scale by yourself. When you're ready, come back to the video and I'll break it down for you to help you practice just the little parts of it at a time. Alright, now that we're back together, let's play just the first note of the scale 3 times in a row. I'll play it once while you listen, and then it'll be your turn to play it and listen to yourself. Make sure that when you echo me, you're also echoing the same note length that I'm playing. So make your note just as long as mine was. 1, 2, 3. When you're practicing your first note, practice it until you can play it 3 times in a row like that. The key to playing that note really well is to breathe full. Well, first of all, to stand up straight, because your posture is what sets up your lungs to be able to fill up nice and full with air the way they need to for you to play. So standing up straight, then breathing full and relaxed, and blowing out as soon as your lungs become full. So I'm going to demonstrate that once so that you can watch my body expand and watch how I start to blow out right when it expands fully. Here it is one more time. You can pause the video at any time to practice anything I'm doing on your own, and then you can go backward in the video to watch me do any of these things again. I'm going to do that one more time. And this time I'm going to do it, but I'm going to, when I exhale or blow out this time, I'm going to do that into my instrument in the form of a note. If your video quality is good enough, you would have been able to see my body expand with my breath right before I played, and you would have been able to see my body contract or get smaller again as I played that note and I let out all of that air that was filling my lungs. Pause the video now to practice breathing full and blowing right at that moment where you're full. Then practice breathing full and exhaling through a note on your instrument as soon as you're full. When you're ready, come back to the video and I'll add a couple more notes to our little piece of this scale. Now that we're back together, you're going to see me breathe until I'm full the same way and blow right when I'm full. But this time I'm going to play 3 of the scale notes in a row in one breath. And those 3 notes are going to be G, A, and B. Now when you practice this, make sure that you keep that steady stream of air, or that you blow a steady stream the whole time. That's going to make the end of your note just as beautiful as the beginning and the middle. If you hear your note start to fall at the end, kind of like this, that means that you're slowing down your air by accident at the end of that note. It's the slowing down of the air that makes the pitch slow down and literally go down. Once you can play these 3 notes in a row nice and evenly, add the 4th note. Again, breathing in full and blowing as soon as you become full. Keeping that air steady the whole time. You can think of it as keeping your air steady even after the note is over. That'll really help ensure that your whole note is beautiful from the start, through the middle, through the end of the pitch. Finally, when you can do that, add the 5th note. By this time, you might start to have trouble on the D. If you do, just try again, relax, and make sure that you are really breathing till you're full. And when you blow out, you're keeping your air steady in strength, but that it's getting a little bit faster and faster and faster through each note. You're going to need that air to get faster constantly so that you can ride that airstream all the way up to the higher note. In this case, the D. All right, one more time going all the way up to D. And finally, let's take all those good things that we've been learning about so far in this video. The standing up straight, breathing till you're full, blowing out right at that moment when you get full, and accelerating your air the whole time. This time we're going to go through all 6 notes, G through G to E in the key of G major. And finally, we can start to come down in the scale. I'm going to go from G to E, and then I'm going to relax my air slowly to come back down to G. It'll sound like this. When you relax your air on the way down, think of it like think of it like a paper airplane flying in slow motion. That paper airplane accelerates, and then it slowly comes down. So slowly relax, gradually relax your air so that you come down note by note. If you notice that your pitch falls by a big jump, like this, if that happens with any of your notes, that means that you're relaxing your air too much too soon. Relax, breathe full, start again, and just gradually relax your air so that you float down through that scale, and you'll be able to do it easier and easier. All right, if you notice that anything is really difficult for you and that you don't seem to be able to break through that challenge on your own, write down in your music journal what's exactly what it is that's really difficult for you, and the next time you practice, see if you can figure it out, and then the next time you see me or another private trumpet teacher, you can ask them, you can tell them what that challenge is for you, and they'll be able to help you with it. All right, I hope you have a great rest of your practice session, and everything that we did today in this video, you can apply to all of the other scales in this expanding scales page. I'm going to make a separate video where I play each of the expanding scales so that you can hear how they go and use the sound of my playing to help guide your own playing. And once you use that video to give yourself a sense of how these scales sound, you can come back to this video to refresh yourself on how to practice the scales, and then take what we did here with the first scale and use it to help you practice all of the others. All right, have a great rest of your day, have fun practicing, and be happy and healthy.